Chargers and the Chicago Bears. Perry, the return. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Lucky 56. Set. 3-19. 3-19. Over. Detroit.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And his first look is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
21. 6.
Here's Breida. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now it's Breida. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? For what they're doing, sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is going to be 49er football. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Leopard.
Now McKinnon. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to go up top, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here. 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Man open, Rice. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
11.
Garoppolo on first down. Forced out to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They run with Breida, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
11. Black 80! 12. Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly. I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds. Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit!
Now Jackson on second down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo being chased out left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
12.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Garoppolo dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
13. Go ahead. 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Elliott, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Jackson from the shotgun. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great. And long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going deep here for Allen. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
13.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
21.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And he's able to put it through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Perry, the return. Spins away. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bears in good field position to start out, 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
To throw on second down. Jackson, a dump off to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And Robinson with a big catch. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They run again with Breida. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
13.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
11, 11. 11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Go ahead. Go ahead. 12. 11.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
21. 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
12.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
White. Go ahead. 11. 6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This is caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
On second down, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got him in. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Gone, 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 gone. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play in the previous snap, they bounced back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. Flushed, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
One Omaha. One Omaha.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you